Hello truckers, welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are in Twin Falls, Idaho, and it is morning. We're going to pick up a load. We're going to Cheyenne, Wyoming today on an external contract. So I got to get it done this episode. We should be able to, according to distance and everything. And as you can see, it is raining out, and also we did rather well last night for money because I went to bed. We had just a little over $4,000 in the bank account, and overnight, well, drivers did rather well because we're sitting at $20,000. So we should have no problem being able to pay our loan payment today. Can't see anything that would stop us from not being able to do that. Where is this load I got to load up to? I think it's out back here. And let's go ahead and load on up. It's frozen food, I do believe, that we're taking. I couldn't find nothing really good on regular contracts. So then I remembered, oh, we got external contracts. I haven't done one of those in a while. See if I can find something that's interesting. And I found frozen foods that we can get done today. Then park up here. It's good. Engine is off. Let's go ahead and load on up. It should take about 50 minutes. And off we go. Looks like the rain in the 50 minutes has kind of stopped. And we also got some more money coming in as well. Let me go ahead and turn the wipers off because the rain stopped. Yeah, I know. I'm not really stepping on the accelerator. I got the clutch in as well. Don't tell me to take off the park and brake. We're ready to go anyways. Is my green light on? Green light is on. So yeah, we are good to go. Actually, I can go out this way, I think. So, staying in Twin Falls, there is no fuel station to stop at and top off. So we'll go on the road today. If I get to Cheyenne, if we can get to Cheyenne, we will. And if we need to stop somewhere, I think there's plenty of places that we can stop and get diesel fuel if needed. So in case you missed last episode, if you're wondering where all the money went, we upgraded one of our garages, the one in Sacramento, California, to a large garage. So we got 2 bays that are open, so now we're saving up some cash to buy a couple of trucks and hire some more drivers, get them on the road to bring us in more cash. That whole thing. The one thing I didn't check to see is how heavy is the load I got. It's usually good to know. See, what do we got here? 33,000 pounds of frozen fruits. And like I said, we're going to Cheyenne, to Costco's. We're going to get paid $2,456 for it. So I'm not too worried now about the money. Last night going to bed, I'm like, well, if no one brings any cash in, it could be an interesting morning, but my drivers came through. So I thought we were going to be able to drive a little bit in the rain this morning, but, we kind of did. Driving over here, and that was about it. The rain stopped just like that. Let's get past these railroad tracks just in case. Drink Coca-Cola, that billboard says, and I'm thinking, nope, I'm a Pepsi person myself. Yeah, Twin Falls, Idaho. So, in case you're wondering what we're actually doing today, and you're unfamiliar with the USA map, this is where Twin Falls, Idaho is, and we're pretty much going to be getting on, let's see, I-84. We're going to cut on down to the I-80, and we're going to be taking the I-80 all the way across. And we can see there'll be fuel stations all along the way, I'm sure. Is there any going to be on my side right on the interstate? Don't know, but we're actually going to Cheyenne. Actually, we're going to the Wyoming-Colorado border, it looks like. We should be able to get there today. Right now, it's saying 6:13, which is just about perfect. So hopefully I can pick up a little bit of time. We usually quit at 5, but then we got to add the hour for the loading, so we can drive until 6. So hopefully we're just going to go all the way there, I think. I mean, like I said, being an external contract, technically I got to get it done in this recording. With external contracts, I'll bring up the page again. You can see the time remains is in blue. It says I got 5 hours and 29 minutes to complete it. That's in real time. So it's not like I can record and finish up tomorrow. I got to get it done today. So we're going to get there, hopefully. Hopefully no detours or anything like that. We shall see. First, we got to get out of Twin Falls. But being it's going to be mostly interstate, I think it should be okay, time-wise. Now, being an International 9900i, I don't think I have an option to see how much fuel I got left. Oh, sorry, too busy looking at my dash and not looking at the green light. I was trying to see if it gave me the option to see how many more miles I can go on the tank that we got. Because we are going 640 miles. Alright, let me see if I can sneak on in here. And let's see here. Mileage, hours, gallons per hour. Let's say gallons per hour, GPH, gallons per hour. Alright, whatever. Yeah, Peanut, how about the green light? Yeah. No one's honking behind me, so I'm not holding up anyone. Alright, we are getting ready to leave Twin Falls, I hope. In-N-Out Burger. I should stop reading billboards on driving ATS because I start recording and it's like, yeah, we're fine. I'm all set to go. Then I start reading billboards and now I'm seeing like In-N-Out Burger. It's like, you know what? A burger on a grill sounds really good right now. That's what billboards are meant to do. Get you wanting their product. It is a Sunday in-game. Not that it matters too much to us because we drive 7 days a week. There are no off days here in ATS or in ETS2. Give me the green light. Okay, not me. Didn't think so. And once we get out of Twin Falls, like I said, it's going to be mostly interstate, so no more stop lights and stop signs for the most part. Just making sure our green light is still on, everything's running smoothly back there. Don't want our frozen food melting in the next 10 hours. Bit of a drop off down there. You have discovered a viewpoint, but it's on the other side of the road. No way for me to get there. Well, I guess, well, no, I don't know if I can get over there and get actually the viewpoint there as well. Doesn't seem to be. away we go. So I-84 down to I-80, all the way to Cheyenne, then take the I-25 southbound probably a little bit. And then we'll see if I want to fuel up along the way or wait until I get to Cheyenne. I probably definitely want to fuel up actually, because seeing where we're delivering, I'm pretty sure there's going to be no fuel areas down south of Cheyenne. So we'll find some way. You know, even if I get stopped at a way station, some way stations could have fuel. So we'll see if we get lucky in that sense. Oh, that's right. With external contracts, I can't go over 65 miles an hour. There's a speed limiter on external contracts, so yeah, not going to make up much time on the interstate when we only can do 65 max. Doesn't matter if the speed limit's 70, 80, whatever. External contracts, you are restricted to 65. Well, might as well set the cruise control. Yeah, as for regular contracts, like I said, there wasn't many. There were some going like very short distances, and I didn't feel like doing a lot of hopping today because only going like an hour with your own trailer, then you got to load, or sorry, you got to unload and load. That just adds a lot of time, or it takes off a lot of time. Am I going this way? Yes, I am. Yeah, it takes a lot of time from your driving time, so it's not like we're picking up a trailer where it's just drop off, pick up. Drop off, pick up. You gonna have me pull into the way station today? I think you are. Yep. I felt it. But this one does not have any fuel here. Most of them don't, but I've seen a few of them that do. Wait a minute. Fuel is actually not fuel. I think I need to be over here for the way station. That's parking over there. When I saw the car going that way, I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way that car is going to the way station. Now let's see if we can actually get moving today. Actually, I want to beat this car going out. Car is doing 15 like we should be doing, but you know me, I'm not going to do 15 out of a way station. We're going to punch it. No cars coming, so we'll just merge on out. Get back up to 65 miles an hour. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I want to hang on to this trailer, because it does restrict us to what cargo we can have. So maybe when it gets to a point where I can't find good loads, well, I want to say good loads, maybe loads where I would like to go possibly, maybe we'll dip the trailer off, maybe in Sacramento. We can put it in the Sacramento garage and let those drivers fight over the trailer, and that way we can have more options of where we want to go. Yeah, so probably once we get into Wyoming, I'll start browsing around for a fuel stop somewhere. I can't see us being able to go 550 miles on the tank that we got left. That's the problem when you have a habit of always trying to fuel up when you go to a rest stop for the night. But unfortunately, Twin Falls, Idaho, I did not see any place to fuel up. So that's why we don't have a full tank of diesel to start the day. But we'll have plenty of opportunities to find some spot today to top off with some diesel. And then we'll be good to go. But I think we'll chew through the miles pretty quick today because, like I've been saying, it's all interstate. Oh, we're actually jumping into Utah for a little while. Idaho, Utah, and then pretty quickly we'll be going into Wyoming. To be able to do 80 miles an hour, but we can't. So I don't really expect too many of our drivers to be cashing in during the day, since we brought in almost 20 grand overnight. But now all we need is like another $120,000 or so that we can buy ourselves a decent truck. Hopefully get ourselves a decently rated driver. Okay, spoke too soon about the money coming in because there's another 2,400. We're not on the I-84 too long, so it's got to be looking at the signs and looking for a merger sign for I-80. That's the merger for I-15. Get my butt back over in the right lane. Port of entry 1 mile, so gonna be merging into Wyoming pretty soon, I would think. You gonna make me stop again? Of course you are. Probably weighed just a little bit less than before because we did use some fuel. Or was that the port of entry for Utah? Not too sure. And this should be our exit for I-80 eastbound. Cheyenne, that's where we want to go. will be our home all the way through, except for we're making a pit stop somewhere for some fuel. Is it 11 o'clock already? Yes, it is. I still haven't figured out the loan interest. It seems like I thought it'd be like a set time every day, but the time is always between 11 and 12. Either way, it's a payment we have to make. And many more of those to go. When you say $6,000 a day, it's like, oh, that's a good chunk of change. Until you realize that we owe like $1.75 million. But I do believe our company is worth more than $1.75 million, so we've done rather well for ourselves since we got like 16 trucks and garages and all that. Almost didn't see that we had to actually get on the I-80 eastbound. I thought we were, but nope. That was a merger that we were on. There, now we're truly on the I-80. That says Cheyenne 369, and yep, we're down to 380. I think it's at 369, but we are going a little bit further south of Cheyenne. Port of entry 1 mile, so is Wyoming going to make me pull in? Well, I'm going to say yes, because why not? Yeah. I mean, we've done it twice, might as well do it another time, right? I haven't been paying attention to my weight at all 3, but it should slowly have gone down little by little. And the good news is every time we came out of the way station, yep, not much traffic coming up behind us. Now we can see if we can just find ourselves a fuel station right off the interstate. If I can find just a rest area with one, be nice. But I may have to pull off into a city to get some fuel. Yeah, I'm not sure I can get all the way to where we need to go. I'm even looking like right off these off ramps for a fuel station, like right there, so I can just go off, even fuel up and get right back on instead of having to drive into the city and have to go through stoplights and traffic and all that. But if it comes to that, then that's what we'll have to do. Actually, I think we are making up just a little bit of time as we go along. Even stopping at 3 way stations along the way. And as for someone did mention though about repairing the truck, most of the wear and tear in our truck is probably tires. We haven't been into any accidents that I can remember, so I don't expect much damage to the truck itself. Just the normal wear and tear on the engine. Probably engine, transmission, and whatnot. Maybe have like maybe 4 or 5% damage. / wear and tear. The tires are probably at 20% by now. And I may try to see how far we can go on the tires this time before we stop at a way station. And I think when we had the Volvo truck, we didn't get a fine for it, but they did start to finally tell us when we got to around 35% wear and tear on the tires that at the way station was kind of like, hey, you want to get that looked at? And I'm like, yeah, eventually we will. It's only 65 to the tunnel. That's okay. It's only as fast as we can go anyway, so we're all set. Ooh, I think this is where I would like to stop here. Of course, always when you're in the far left lane is where you get it. It's probably going to be our best opportunity to top off with some diesel. Alright, what is the diesel price going for in Wyoming currently? I'm going to guess $5.25. I have no idea, but I'm going to say $5.25. $5.69. California was $7 just a couple of episodes ago. There's $1,000 of diesel. $11.50 is what we got to pay for diesel today. But that was what I was looking for. Ooh, I cannot go out. Nope, should be able to go out this way maybe? Yep. Oh, I'll actually put it in gear. That helps. I was actually thinking about stopping and getting some fireworks. Have myself a party when I get to Cheyenne tonight. you're kind of out there. Don't go forward. One of those drivers that they nose out and got their car in your lane, and they look at you like, why? What's your problem? And like, my problem is you're in my lane. Alright, so we lost a good amount of time actually fueling up, which seems kind of weird. Well, not really. I don't know. Do they actually speed up time while you're fueling up? Because, I mean, to put... how many gallons did I end up taking? Besides a lot. That would have taken quite a while to fuel up, so maybe they speed up time while you're fueling up. Now we're all set for the rest of the day. Just would like to make up a little bit more time again. So it might be a little bit over our 11 hours of driving today. It is beautiful country out there in Wyoming. Kind of miss going out there. Although the weather sometimes, even on a nice clear day in the winter, it can really suck out there because if the wind is blowing enough, it can't close down the interstates because the snow just blows right across. And especially if you're a trucker going out there in the I-80. Those windy days, yep. Saw a couple tractor trailers blown over myself. I didn't actually see them get blown over. I went past them on the interstate, and they were down in the ditch on their sides. Checking my side mirror, I can see the green light on the trailer. See if you can see it, but you can see the green light in your side mirror. It lets me know that the reefer trailer is still functioning the way it should be. Would be kind of neat if they made that in a feature in the game. Is obviously we can't get out of the trucks, which I would like to see that added to the game. But let's just say you check back there and you see the red light, you'd actually have to press a button on your keyboard or what have you to reset the reefer trailer to turn back on. Of course, I would love to see us being able to get out of the trucks and have to secure your load and maybe do a few other things, but maybe in the distant future. Might see that come to the game. Not saying it's going to or not, but it would be kind of nice. I did mention I got my eye on a couple of trucking games that should be coming out this year. And one of them I do, actually both of them I do know we can get out of the trucks and walk around. We'll be giving those a look. Actually, there's a few games coming out in a few months' time that we'll be bringing to the channel. Oh wow, someone just brought in 3,400. that sweet, sweet cash. Yeah, so not really sure. We're just going to wing it as we go along here of how big of a company we're going to have. I think we'll just focus on the garages that we have, upgrading them all, including the one in Salt Lake City, which is still a tiny garage. And we'll get some drivers going in Salt Lake City besides myself. We'll upgrade that garage last, probably. And just get is it 5 garages we have? So we'll get like up to 25 trucks and drivers. And then we'll just focus on making our loan payments and maybe paying off extra early on a loan or two. I know, but that's going to be a ways off before we get that far, right? So right now we got to fill up the Sacramento garage. Then we'll keep our eyes out on other ones. So you must be like 60 miles out to Laramie? 49 miles out to Laramie, okay. We actually have a driver that couldn't find a load. So that's going to cost us a little bit of cash. How much? Fuel and maintenance is probably like, what, over $1,000, right? Just to, not $476. That's not too bad. I do believe all of our drivers got a skill point in everything, so being able to not get a load. We're not really making up much time after we stopped and topped off with diesel fuel. It's all good. It's going to happen once in a while to where we drive an extra hour past our limit. And there's going to be other days where we don't quite do so. I kind of forgot when I took the external contract of the 65 mile an hour speed limit that we got to obey. I know every time I mention this, though, someone always does bring up the comment, well, this, what happens if you go over the speed limit? You can't. The game won't let you go over 65, no matter how hard you try. The only way, sometimes you'll peak over 65 if you're going downhill. You can sometimes sneak it through the 65. I think if you press in the clutch and go downhill, and the downhill's good enough, you can get up like, you know, whatever speed you can get up to. And the reason why they do that way back in the day on the World of Trucks profile that you can set up, they used to have giveaways for decorations for your truck. And it used to be you had to do so many external contracts, that had to be so many miles. And when they first came out, if you had the dev command, a lot of people, I guess, were teleporting. So yeah, if you're doing an external contract, you can't use the dev command to teleport. You can't, you know, go over 65 miles an hour. So it's kind of like you really actually earned your prizes for doing so many external contracts in a short amount of time that they gave you, or whatever it was. Another 90 miles to go. So we're almost in Laramie. Laramie is 60 miles west of Cheyenne. So that's currently roughly where we are. So exit like 380? It's at 316. Thought the exits in Laramie were like 380-ish. But then again, we might not be quite to Laramie just yet. That's probably why. I'd like to get out there, but do got traffic coming along. The reason why I want to get kind of going, because I know we're going to be going uphill from Laramie up to Cheyenne, so I want to get a good run going if I can, as much as I can doing 65. Also, we'll be going past the Lincoln Monument, right? It's the Monument, not Memorial. I always get those name of those two mixed up. And that is signifying the highest point in elevation on I-80. And I think the elevation is like 8,500 feet. Actually, is that it right there? Yep. Mr. Abraham Lincoln up there. So we went up the mountain already? Okay, that wasn't that bad. In real life, seems like it's a little bit steeper than that, and of course longer than that. Now we're going to be going downhill. Yeah, so if I press in the clutch, let's see, we're doing 68. So if I press in the clutch going downhill, we can get up to 71, which is above the 65-mile-an-hour limiter. To get up to 75. It looks like we're getting off our exit to I-25 southbound, which will bring you down towards Denver, or Fort Collins and Denver. Looks like we're on it just for a short little while. We got a green light. It's like a good rest area right here. That could be our option. 16 miles back from where our delivery is. So have to keep that in mind. It's Costco's, right? Yeah, Costco's that we're going to. So the way it's working out, by the time we get the trailer where we need to go, it takes them 50 minutes to unload it, and I travel back to a good rest area. It's going to be pretty close to 8 o'clock, is usually when I go to bed. So not a bad drive, actually, from Twin Falls, Idaho through Wyoming. Scenery was pretty good, I think. Oh, wrong, no, wrong. I wanted to do that for shifting. I'm actually surprised that cop didn't give me a speeding ticket because I was doing over the 10%, but that may have not been a true cop, in a way. I know that gets kind of confusing once in a while. So there are some cop cars that are not actually doing speed checks. Do I actually have to hug the gate that much for you to open? Yep, apparently so. Drive around this way, I suppose. Oh, okay. Got to pull in that way. All right, so should be a simple one. Sometimes it's the simple ones that, for some reason, can cause you more problems. Well, at least me sometimes. Can cause you more problems than not. Uh-oh, my driver's getting tired. Unload that frozen food. Give me our cash, our XP, and we'll continue. I'm pretty sure that rest area that I saw might be the closest. Yep. So we'll top off with fuel back here. Let's put that marker there. It's not that far. I mean, we know how to get there, but we'll put the marker there anyways. Let's go ahead and drive and get myself a good parking spot. Make sure we still got our trailer, because that would kind of suck leaving our trailer behind. Good news is, though, looks like we're going to get there like around 7, so I'll be going to bed at our usual time, which is 8 o'clock. Then we'll see where the next episode takes us, which I'm not too sure. I just go ahead and wake up the morning and see what the loads are available to us. But it's either head south through Colorado or head westbound the way we just came. Yep, stalled it right there. I thought the Chevron tanker was actually going to stop on the railroad tracks, or yield to railroad tracks. I'm going to make sure he goes through before I advance. I don't want to be stuck on the tracks myself. Well, I guess the good news a little bit is when we go to stop up here and top off with diesel, the bill's going to be rather cheap. We just fueled up not long ago, but I definitely want to make sure we top off. And I think I stayed at this rest area before. It's kind of showing that I have, the way it's all colored out in yellow. Plenty of parking here. Think I can get a spot? Think so. Just don't park underneath the light fixture, that's all. Yeah, don't worry, buddy. We're getting you pretty close to going to bed. You got about a half an hour before you do. That gives you enough time to have some lunch. Or dinner. And there we go. Parked up all nicely. Ready to go first thing in the morning on a Monday. Where we're going to go, I'm not too sure. The one thing I did want to check, we're going to go in here and we're actually going to go to diagnostics. I do want to check on the truck status because it's been a while. Yeah, we only got 3% on the engine transmission, 1% in the chassis cabin. Wheels are actually up to 30%. And the trailer is body zero damage. Chassis is at 1% from wear and tear. Tires are at 12%. I like a damaged vehicle. Visit a service station as soon as possible. It's not really that damaged, is it? It's all tire wear. And even at 30%, I wouldn't consider that that bad at all. Money-wise, like I said, we're doing pretty darn good. It's just a matter of saving enough money to buy us another truck and get ourselves another driver. And that's going to take a little while. We need like another $120 some odd thousand, along with making our annual daily payment of $6,000 as well. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. But until then, have a good one.